Good morning and welcome to a beautiful looking Thursday. Well, it is in the Klang Valley today, no rain. And right now we have a special interview coming your way. We are going to be talking to two distinguished guests and in their very own fields. We are talking to Professor Madhya Dr. Tengku Amatullah Madiha Muhammad, and also she's a public health medicine specialist with University Science Islam Malaysia, and also Dr. Muhammad Fakhri Abu Baharin, public health medicine specialist with University Science Islam Malaysia, and he is also the director of USIM's 10th National Health Seminar 2025, and that brings us to the crux of the topic, being the National Health Seminar 2025, empowering healthy aging. Now, this is something I really got to learn, and right now, let's say hello to both our guests. Hello, how are you today, Doctor and Professor?
Hello.
Hi.
How's your Thursday so far?
It's great.
It's great. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
Okay, because I saw you shaking your hands, I was like, alamak, Doctor nervous ni? No, it's okay. Well, anyways, today we're going to be talking about the National Health Seminar 2025, your 10th edition. And we start off with Dr. Muhammad Fakhri. Could you start off by telling our listeners what the National Health Seminar 2025 is all about?
Okay, thank you. First of all, our National Health Seminar 2025, or simply called NHS, it is a biannual event held by our faculty of Medicine and Health Science in USIM, in Nilai. So this platform aims to bring together health professionals, academics, policymakers, as well as community leaders to discuss public health issues or latest health issues in Malaysia today. And since for this seminar, we'll be focusing on aging, because as we all know, Malaysia will become an aging nation soon.
Yeah.
And this seminar is not just about lecture. It is a space to share knowledge, showcase innovation, and explore how individuals, families, and communities can age successfully and healthier.
So it is a very noble intention, very noble topic. But of course, there's a reason. You've already mentioned that Malaysia is on its way to becoming an aging nation. So that means the number of population above a certain age would be higher, right, compared to incoming population. We look at it like, back in the day, our grandparents used to have how many kids? 9 kids, 10 kids.
Yeah.
But now everyone's down to 2 or even sometimes 1, and they're good enough, and that's how it's going. But Doctor, can I also ask, why was the theme empowering healthy aging, innovations and integrative approaches chosen this year? And it's a expansion of the healthy aging topic right there.
Okay, great. Well, as you all know, we choose this theme because aging is inevitable.
Yes.
But how we age is something we can influence. Okay. Empowerment means that we give people tools, knowledge, and support to take charge of their health. And at the same time, innovation such as applying technology, new care models, and creative community program can transform how we look at aging. And finally, integrative approaches, okay, which is nowadays we can combine medical treatment with lifestyle, okay, social support, and even in Malaysia, our cultural practice is very prominent in our daily life, so that it can create more holistic approach to aging well.
Yes, that is true, because talking about technology and aging, right, and also you also mentioned lifestyle, because I've spoke to many doctors on this show before, and one of the overarching theme is by lifestyle modifications alone, you are able to push back maybe 90% like on those non-communicable diseases, right? And Professor, we get to you now, yeah? Aging is something everyone would experience, but what does healthy aging actually mean? What does that mean, like, for someone who's not aware of this term, healthy aging?
So for healthy aging, it's not just about being healthy with no diseases. It's also about being socially active, and also about productivity as well. So that doesn't mean that productivity means work necessarily, but they are able to function in the society and have their own role in society itself. So it can also be having your own role in the family. So when we're talking about healthy aging, they are happy in terms of the quality of life that they're having.
Quality of life.
Yes. And also they are able to do what they want to do. Because when we see about the opposite of that, like not healthy aging, for example, so usually we have a decline in our physiological processes. We are, less nimble. We're not able to move as much. So that means that we are not able to go out and see friends when we want to, and maybe we have a little bit of mobility limitations because of that. So we are trying to move away from that and becoming more healthy and active, able to go out whenever we want to. And maybe if they love, for example, love to cook or love to do knitting or something, and they are able to do that.
Yes.
So when we talk about healthy aging, is sort of like a more wholesome approach that we have to think about. Just not the physical side, but also the social and productivity side, and also function.
Yep. So to be able to understand that is they should be able to do something that does not detract from their quality of life. Now, I mean, we are not talking about sending a 60-year-old bungee jumping or something along the lines of that. Now,
if they can.
if they want to,
Yes.
if they want to become taller suddenly, yeah, they can. But talking about certain things, like for instance, my parents are currently on vacation, right? And my mom calls me and says, "Hey, I'm having trouble walking. I might need to change my shoes." That's what she says. But then I said, maybe you need to change your lifestyle as well. And she got angry.
All right.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Because sometimes if you I would say my entire family is like big in size.
Okay.
And that seems to be the genetic part of it. But of course, with exercise and keeping up a healthy lifestyle, now this wouldn't have happened.
From what I see in the community, there's a variation. So you can see that I think I met a Chinese uncle. I think he was 90 and he started doing marathon, Ironman running.
Wow.
So that's the opposite spectrum. That's the very healthy and able to do all this Ironman. I can't do one, but he can.
Was it transported here from 90 years ago? Wow, that's
But
amazing.
And he started quite late on. Not saying that he started very early at 30s. Maybe he started a bit late, but he was able to do that up until I think 80 plus or something like that. So, and he was able to do that. He even published a book. I can't remember his name on the top of my head. But then you have other people who are when they say that retirement is retirement, so they don't do anything. And they start,
Putting on weight.
putting on weight and start not being very active. So, but that kind of those parts of the society is a bit more difficult. We have to probably push them a little bit more to give them motivation, to get them to be physically active. And actually studies have shown that even if you start late in terms of physical activity, there's always a benefit to it.
Yes.
And you can actually reverse the physical deterioration. So in the medical sense, we call it frailty. So this is someone's capability for them to have sort of like reserves in their body in terms of physical, so that when they are sick, they are able to recover faster. So people who are actually frail, they are not able to have that compensatory mechanism to actually recover faster. So a part of frailty is actually physical. It's also that way. And they have found that frailty can actually be reversed. And that's in terms of physical. So even if you start late, but the more exercise and physical activity that you do, it will improve in terms of physical function. So the thing is to start. And you're not having that problem as well. So I also have to kind of like motivate my parents. Even a walk in the park on the weekend, that's okay. And I do sometimes like try and push them to do maybe a little bit more exercise in terms of flexibility. So these are the things that we can.
But it's hard, right? It's hard because even sometimes trying to get to children, it's easier than trying to get to adults because they already have a preconceived notion of life and saya sudah lebih banyak makan garam.
Right.
Garam jangan makan banyak, hypertension nanti. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's trying to get that awareness, creating the awareness. So that's why I really like the fact that, Doctor, you're pushing forward with this National Health Seminar, and the theme that you chose is empowering healthy aging. Now, either one of you, people often think aging is only about a physical decline. From a health perspective, what are the main pillars of aging? Well, maybe you can start with Professor and we have Doctor's opinion as well.
Okay, so for me, I would like to look at it from a lot of aspects. So if we look at there are lots of terminologies, actually healthy aging, successful aging. So if we look at that, I think for personally, I would say that a holistic approach is better. So number one, of course, we think of it as a physical aging that's important. Yes, that's a lot of the bulk and the emphasis is on that. But actually the physical is also impacted by others. So for example, you have the social. And now studies have shown that people who are social, they have social friends. They have big circles of friends. They tend to live longer and healthier and more quality of life. with reduced mortality. So that's for social. Then you also have spiritual aspect, which is already kind of like people are acknowledging that is a sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be religion in that sense, but that means you are spiritual in terms of your relationship with nature, you know, having that sense of connection.
That helps in the mental aspect of things.
Yes. So that's why nowadays there's a trend in terms of you have to go out in the sun, grounding,
Healing.
Yes. So that's more onto the spiritual aspects, and then you also have other components, which is like for finance, obviously. So that can also impact, and education. So those things are actually very important. So I would say that nowadays it's more on physical, yes, and physical would actually overlap with biological, right? So
Yes.
physical, biological, social, and also spiritual.
All right.
So
And
I think
financial.
Yes, financial.
All right. And but you know what? I actually have something very interesting about that. There is a coffee shop in my taman, my old taman, right? So I've been going there ever since I was young. I'm 35 now. I've been going there for about 25 years. There's this group of uncles. I've seen them there since, and all of them are still there. I see them almost every morning if I pass by.
How many years have you seen them?
25 years.
Really?
25 years. I think when I first saw them, maybe they just retired. And I think they're now much skinnier, much older. But they're still there every morning, and they're having their coffee, they're having their noodles, and they're talking to each other. So it's always interesting that even when I pass by, and the uncle even said, "Wow, boy, you're fat already." So it's always funny because but that's the thing, right? I really understand about the social aspect of it. Yeah, because that's very important. And you know, like how they always say, right? Like once you retire, go do something, otherwise you're going to pass on quick.
Yes.
Right? So Doctor, anything that you'd like to add to
I might
that?
add something about your uncle story. In terms of social aspect, is good because they can lepak together, reminiscing old days. But I must add that nutrition is also a crucial part of aging. So that what did you eat in your younger days that definitely will affect you.
So nasi kandar is a no, eh?
Can, but always
Moderation.
In Malaysia, we always emphasize on moderation. Okay, so eating a balanced diet with controlled amount of sugar and salt is, I think, we have to have a big awareness on that.
I understand. All right, so now moving on to the next questions. Some of the challenges older adults in Malaysia face, socially, mentally, and physically. So maybe we can, pinpoint those details.
Okay, I think there's a lot more aspects that we have to focus. Like you said just now, culturally.
Culturally,
Culturally, we need to really get people to empower themselves to become more active. I think that's number one. And I think nutrition in Malaysia is a
It's a scary thing.
Yes, because obviously we know that in Southeast
part of our
Asia,
culture.
it's because we love to eat, and we are the country with the highest percentage of overweight and obesity in Southeast Asia.
Yep.
Because we love our food so much.
I mean, everything's available. Like, what are you going to do about it? You want lasagna at 3 a.m, there's someone selling it for you. Yeah. Right.
And nowadays with the Food Panda and whatnot, even easier.
More
right?
accessible.
Yeah, so we have to, in terms of that, we have to really pay attention. That means, I would divide it into the community themselves. So our own population, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to learn more and do more active. I think there's a good move right now because post-COVID, we can see that there are more people going hiking. Apparently, last weekend, I was looking at the TikTok. So in Negeri Sembilan, there was a hill I think everyone wanted to climb. It was traffic jam.
Oh, must be Broga or something like that.
Yeah. So it was traffic jam going up the hill.
Yeah.
So many people was going hiking. So in a way, that's already good, but we need to move our older adults to get them to move a bit more. Maybe try and bring them out. When we go for holidays now, I can see there's a good culture that's coming in. I can see now more families are taking out their older adults on wheelchairs. And now we have the portable electronic ones. Which make it really good, even though they're not really walking. That's fine. That's
but
one.
Socially, they are adapting.
Yes. So I think that's a good way. That is us moving progressively, but we have to really, take them out. Maybe take them to walk in the park. Don't take them hiking, obviously.
Yeah, no one's carrying them back down.
So try and slowly put that in, and then in terms of nutrition, just now we should try to. introduce more healthier
Alternatives.
alternatives in terms of food. And now we can have keto cakes and whatnot. We have some shops selling that, so maybe you have to try and move that along. But in terms of the environment ourselves, I think now we have to encourage more, parks and outdoors.
Yes, I understand that. And but just this then off topic question, like considering nutrition, right? But isn't this a very big area to, because like we can do a lot of things on the grassroots, but things need to change at a higher level, don't you think?
Obviously, yes. So in terms of policy, I think we probably have to renew our the Malaysian action plan or policy on older adults as well. So I think that has to be updated and renewed. We know that certain, I think Penang and also PJ, if I'm not mistaken, they have a more elderly friendly aging environment. So that means the Majlis Perbandaran,
Elderly-friendly cities.
yes, elderly friendly cities. So that is the way forward, and even the WHO Commission says that in terms of aging process. So that is something that Malaysia has to look into, and because we are going to move to aged nation very fast, so we have to do something.
Yes, I mean personally, I cannot believe I'm 35 years old. Like suddenly,
You're still young, by the way.
I'm still young, thank you. Oh, Anna's already very happy because she's much younger than I am. Right, but let's move on with the questions, because we are actually, I think there's a lot to speak about, but we are running very low on time. We still have about 20 minutes to go. How does social support, like especially family, friends, and community, affect the health of older people?
Do you want to start first?
Doctor?
Yeah, I think social support nowadays is very important, especially for elderly. Not only elderly, I mean
Everyone, yeah.
Everyone. Even young people also. There are some who like to socializing, but there are some who like to stay on their own. But for elderly, in particular, they need their time to be alone. But too much of alone is not a good thing. So
Yes.
To age gracefully, you have to have some kind
Circle.
of social interactions.
May-
About circles, you don't necessarily have to have a big social circle of friends. Maybe one or two quality friends that you can count. That can help you when you're in a hard time.
So, Doctor, if you don't mind me asking, how did you build your social circle? Maybe some personal example for our listeners. Maybe they can build after this as well.
Yeah. Okay. I think in Malaysia, our first is family. So
Yeah, of course, family first.
So
yeah.
family is very important. You need to maintain your good family connection with your nearest family member, your wife, your kids, especially your kids, because nowadays we are very busy. Don't have time for kids. So I think family comes first, okay, and your works is second.
You know what? That is so lovely to hear, especially from a career man just like you. I mean, you're a doctor, you're leading the National Health Seminar 2025, but I think time has changed, right? Last time used to be work first, provide. Children, okay lah, later I see them. But now they're much older, and I think that has become now family first. Put the family first, and I really love that sentiment from you. And how about friends? What do you suggest by quality friends?
Okay, so if you compare, right, like last time when we were young, we have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
We have a lot of friends, like 10, 20, 30 even.
Yeah.
But as you grow older, you notice your circle is getting smaller. But there's no problem with that. You have to maintain those who are close to you. Okay, those that you can count into, those who can give you a heart-to-heart talk without being if they criticize you for good, it's okay basically. So it's no problem if you have a small circle of friends, but the key here is quality.
All right.
Quality
Yes,
over
exactly.
quantity.
Yeah, I wanted to add on that. Actually, I'm taking from a sort of like a more research point of view, because actually social support was a subject that I studied during my PhD. So there's a difference between this is generally, not, it doesn't apply to all, but different genders. So usually female women, we tend to have a bigger circle of friends, and this has been shown in research. And for males, they have a smaller circle of friends. So I'm guessing the uncles from
Yeah.
the cafe, that's their small circle of friends.
Just the
Those
four
guys.
of them, just enough for one coffee table.
Yes, so those are but women tend to have shopping buddies, going to party
Makan
buddies,
buddies.
makan buddies,
Travel buddies.
coffee have cafe hopping buddies, and they have different lots of circles of friends. So it's different in that sense, and it's fine. Like he said, like Fakhri said. So it's always about quality. So who can you trust more? So in research, we call there's a terminology of confidant. So who is the person that you can rely on, that would always come to you for help, understands you in terms of emotionally, can give you support, and always sort of like motivate you. So these are the friends that you want to hang on to.
Yeah.
So even though there's not a lot, we were actually talking about this in the cafe just now, that different people have different personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some people are very extrovert. They probably have like 1,000 followers on their social media,
Yeah.
and some people are quite introvert. They tend to likes to be quiet. They can socialize, but only a certain amount of time, and after that
Their battery runs out.
Yes, social battery runs out. So I think we have to take that into consideration when we age. So maybe as someone who is observing our older adults and our elderly in the family, we can see what types of personality. So maybe if we feel that person is a bit lonely or a bit reserved, we can try and approach them. But little by little, yeah.
Don't suddenly just jump and say, "Uncle, today we're going out, Uncle, faster, follow." Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then they will become more reserved. So
I
that's
understand. There are ways, like my mother always say, you deal with older people the way you deal with children. Find out what they want and then you go along with it. Right. So we often hear the term successful aging. What does that mean in simple terms?
So again, successful aging, in a way, healthy aging is more geared towards the physical and also in terms of disease aspect. So successful aging is more again a lot more in terms of what they are able to achieve, and they are seen into the definition of what they are able that person is able to achieve and what they determine as success. So that is the usually the definition for that. So for me, there's a lot more definitions in terms of aging. I would say that no matter what the terminology is, I would always point out that it should be holistic and it should be to the best of your capability and what you are able to achieve in terms of your potential and capabilities.
I understand. And could you share with us some inspiring example of older Malaysians who are aging successfully?
I think our ex-Prime Minister Tun
Yes.
Mahathir, in terms of although we can see that he's obviously he's 100 or I
It's
forgot.
100. This year.
100, yes, 100.
He's going to hit 100. Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's
Already hit
Yes,
100.
yes.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So he's 100 already. So we can see that he is still able to travel. I think that
Drive?
yes, and he does. I think previously he was cycling and also doing horseback riding. Yes.
Wow. And this was
So-
all after the age of 70 and all of that.
Exactly, and he still has his cognitive is still intact.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think that would be an amazing example for us Malaysians. And I know that he is also on a he takes care of his nutrition.
Nutrition.
Yeah.
And he always says that don't eat until makan sebelum kenyang.
You have to stop
Before you
before
feel
you
full.
before you 100% full.
Ah.
I think he's applying some Japanese technique where you stop eating when you are 80% full.
Yeah, I think there's a Japanese island that does that. Yes, but there's a Japanese island with a higher than usual percentage of older generations over there, but they do
Yes.
they practice a certain diet and they practice a certain living technique. So it is entirely possible that
Yes,
Tun
and-
is taking from there as well.
Yeah, and then I think that Japanese island, they only eat, sort of like less processed food,
Yeah.
more natural, and they're always outdoors.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I think we have. We have to take note. And I think there are many examples. There are a lot of, I think most of the politicians are already retirement age. So if they are, who are still fit, then, we can take that as a good example.
How about you, Doctor?
One of the good example is our current Prime Minister. I think Dato Sri Anwar. He regularly jog. I think every morning.
Yes, that's true.
And I think for senior politician, I think that's where their prime age. Like Donald Trump, he's like what 70s or 80s.
He's hitting 80 in 2 years. He's 78, I believe.
He's still, he's very vocal, a lot of opinion, and I think that's good.
Yes. Me personally, I would just like to highlight Tan Sri Lee Lam Tai.
Oh.
Amazing man.
Yep.
And his mental equity is, it's very, very hard try to, send him nonsense because he can read through just about everything and he still walks, he's still fit. So yeah, and I would just like to give him a shout because he comes for interviews with us quite often.
Oh, right.
Yep, and we should get him for another interview soon. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you ask him for tips?
For tips on how to stay fit?
Yeah.
Not yet. After this, I will. Right. So for our listeners, what are some small steps that they can start today to age more successfully in the future?
For me, I think number one should be exercise.
Yeah.
So I think we, as Malaysians, we need to do that a little bit more. Get our steps up. I know we like to also go shopping, so maybe you can walk from one end to the mall to the other end to just get the steps in. Because I think I've tried it before. If I go to the mall, I can easily get around 4,000 steps. Walking from one end.
Which mall is this?
IOI maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. IOI City Mall boleh. Yeah. Yeah. 4,000 to 5,000 is 4,000 if you're going alone. 5,000 if you're going with your wife.
Is it?
A lot of detour.
Oh, detour. Okay.
Detour.
So I
Yeah.
think
Doctor knows because he's sama spectrum sama saya.
So I think we should do that, and obviously in terms of nutrition, just now Dr. Fakri was mentioning about that. But then social, I don't know. Do we have time? I wanted to show.
We got time.
Okay, a little bit of this is the work that I do with PAWE, which is Pusat Aktiviti Warga Emas Nilai. So I think we've come here before, TRAXXfm. So recently we did a painting activity with them. So this is using acrylic paint.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So, and a lot of this is actually, she's very good. She already has some very good painting skills.
Yeah, that is amazing.
It looks realistic, right?
Yeah, now I want pisang goreng.
So, and then there are others who've never actually used acrylic before, and this is the first time using it. So in a way, I would say learning new things is good for aging as well, because then it makes better connection in terms of brain. You're learning new things, and they do an activity together. So then you're socializing as well. And when you're painting, you're using a different part of your brain in terms of artistic wise, in terms of color, and they have to use paint brushing skills. So it's a good way. So maybe if we can get them to learn a little bit, new things and things like that, so it would be great.
I understand.
And,
please go on.
And the paintings, we're going to exhibit them at the conference as well. So we're going to put them up in the lobby. And so hopefully the participants can enjoy the paintings done by older adults themselves.
That is beautiful. I would put that in my house. Nice. Both the pisang goes to my kitchen. The boat definitely in my hall. Right. So the seminar, Doctor, focuses on innovation. What are some exciting new ideas, technologies, or program in aging care that will be discussed?
Okay, great. This seminar we will invite some renowned speakers locally. So we will talk about medical topics, latest medical topics on elderly, on aging, as well as social science issues, nutrition, public health issues, and then we will be showcasing innovations like telemedicine. Telemedicine is like when the sick people, elderly, for example, they don't need to go to clinics, hospital. They can consult with your doctors online. Okay, so since we have our internet technology is very advanced right now, we can do telemedicine and wearable device like my Apple Watch. Okay, so elderly people can monitor their health, their blood sugar, their oxygen level, and their caretaker, their children maybe, they can monitor their parents.
Yeah.
Through the device.
Yeah, because the devices are becoming very, very high tech. So I've even read that someone fell in their house and their watch called the emergency services by itself. And how can NGOs, government, and the community work together to support healthy aging?
I think NGO definitely has a big role in it. I'm actually part of Green Crescent Malaysia, which is an NGO that's advocating for mental health and also addiction. So recently we did a few workshops on educating older adults in terms of mental health. So I think these are roles that NGO can play. So if, for example, they have some skills and knowledge on aging, maybe they can look at different aspects of aging in themselves and actually educate and try to empower more people. So what we did was get older adults to know about mental health, what about psychiatry conditions, so that they know, okay, what are the signs and how do they actually support and where can they get the support? Because the community usually don't know. Okay, for example, I'm feeling down today. I need someone to talk to. Who do they call? So as healthcare professionals, we can actually link the communities to support that they can get.
If my add to Dr. Madia's
please.
comment, so I think NGOs, government, and community they have a unique role. They show them, and they have to work together. Because government they work on the policies and frameworks, NGOs and often fill the gaps on the ground with innovative and community-driven programs. So I think when these three come together, okay, we create an ecosystem where older adults just survive, don't just survive, but they thrive.
They have a quality of life.
Yeah.
So like that project was actually funded by Yayasan Khazanah and also National Centre of Excellence for Mental Health. So that was like a combination between the sort of the private sector, the government sector, and also the NGO. So this is something that we have to continuously build up.
Yep, and for our listeners out there, if you have to understand mental health issues, they don't only arise in children,
Yes.
working adults or young adults. They also do come in elderly patients, but sometimes elderly adults. But sometimes we discount them because we don't understand that. Why would you go there? You're retired. You're living life. You're enjoying it. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Loneliness hits everyone.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So many of our listeners, Professor, might be caring for aging parents or grandparents. What advice would you give them?
Okay, first, find knowledge. So whoever that you're looking for, looking after, so identify what are the problems that they're facing, what are the issues. It could be a disease itself. So that means if they have, for example, dementia, then get to know about dementia, what it is, how does it affect them, and what are the symptoms that they may show. And then with that knowledge, then only you can gain more skills for you to look after them. And sometimes these diseases can be prolonged, so you have to look after them for a long period of time. So in that sense, you have to know what you're actually dealing with and how you actually do it. The second one, I would say, get all the family members on board. I know sometimes this can be a bit tricky, but try and get everyone on board in terms of caring for your elderly, because it is going to be a difficult process. And a lot of people have sort of complained to me that it's actually mentally and emotionally very tiring.
Yes.
Right? So given that, you have to make sure that you know how to look after yourself as well. So you need to know when you need to take a break, self-care, because if you don't, you're going to burn out, and that's going to lead into other problems. So always know what you're dealing with, try and learn and get a lot of skills on board to help. There are, I think, right now, like Dr. Fakri is saying, there's a lot of technology that can help. So try and use that to your advantage.
All right. And Doctor, what do you hope participants will be taking away from this year's National Health Seminar?
Okay, I hope participants will walk away with a sense of empowerment. Okay, that healthy aging is not only possible but achievable for everyone. I think from the seminar, with the right knowledge, okay, community support, proactive approach, we all can look forward for aging with dignity, independence, and meaning.
All right. And where and when is it happening? And if our listeners want to learn more or join the seminar, how can they get involved?
Okay, listeners can join us physically in our beautiful campus.
Beautiful campus, of course.
Medicine, in Nilai, Negeri Sembilan. And all the details are available on our website. Maybe I can spell it here.
Yes.
nhs2025.com.my. nhs2025.com.my. And it is available on our Facebook as well. Just type NHS 25, so the Facebook will redirect to
So
the page.
all the details will be available there.
Yeah, it is going to occur on the 25th of September. So that's
next week.
Next week on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Exactly 1 week from now.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. So the guest lineup, the speaker lineup is some of them are Professor Dr. Susanna Saha. So she's going to talk about nutrition and lifestyle, reversing cognitive decline. We also have from Datuk Dr. Hajah Nursia. She's the director of the Bahagian Pembangunan Kesihatan Keluarga from Ministry of Health. So she's going to talk about transforming the primary care delivery. And another, I think, big speaker that we were talking about just now, finance, right? So that is Prof. Emeritus Datuk Dr. Syed Muhammad Al-Junid. So he's going to talk about finance in aging. So we have other speakers as well.
Okay.
It's a very important topic, by the way. Financial security for help among the elderly.
Yeah, because finance,
Yeah.
you're working till 60, already stress. After 60,
No, because most of the elderly, especially on EPF, they depleted their saving, their fund, and they have to work again.
yeah, that is
So,
not
yeah.
the ideal way, is it? Right. So, but before I go, I just want to add on this one, right? So, I watch YouTube a lot, and I love video games. And there's this one grandma who plays video games, right? She's hitting 80 now. I think she's about 80 something, but I've seen her videos from the beginning,
Okay.
and I can honestly tell you her hand-eye coordination and her mental speed has gotten better and better. So we should get video games to older generation. Maybe younger generation cannot,
Yeah,
older
But then
generation.
you can do intergenerational gameplay. So
Yeah.
get the grandchildren to play with
with
their
their
grandparents.
Yes, that is a good way, isn't it? Yeah. Except grandma might get scared if it's too much blood on screen. All right. But before I let you guys go, anything else that you would like to add for our listeners? Doctor, we start with doctor first.
So I think we have to focus on aging, because Malaysia will become an age nation soon by 2040. So we,
15 years from now.
like me, I'm not so young anymore. we have to realize that we become an
What are you, 38?
yeah. The key is we have to have a good awareness on our health, our nutrition, our mental health and clarity, so that when we become elderly, we can age gracefully,
Yeah.
successfully.
And have a happy life at it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think for me would be as a family, if you have include it as an activity. So aging doesn't necessarily mean that's only the older age, older people or older adults who have to do that. It's also us. So start young. So include the elderly in whatever activities that we want to do. And by that inclusion is actually addressing the social part. So and then by doing that also, it creates a much healthier relationship, even with the younger generation, the grandchildren. So I think it's an important thing. And if we start it from our homes, I think Malaysia will become a much better, healthier nation.
All right. Thank you so much. And that marks the end of our interview. And we hope to have you again in the future. Hopefully, we have more time then.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. And that was Professor Madya Dr. Tengku Amatullah Madiha, Public Health Medicine Specialist at University of Science Islam Malaysia, as well as Dr. Muhammad Fakri Abu Baharin, who's a Public Health Medicine Specialist with University of Science Islam Malaysia as well. And he's also the director of USIM's 10th National Health Seminar 2025. For more information, you can check their website, nhs2025.com.my. Once again, nhs2025.com.my. And with that, we end the interview for now, but we have another interview coming up in just about a bit at 11:15. We will be talking to Dr. Abhirami Shivani, who's an ophthalmologist with Hospital Raja Permaisuri Bainun from Ipoh. We're going to be talking about World Sight Day, so don't go anywhere. Let's get the music rolling right here on Tracks.